We are live. We are going to talk about super important topic about menopause. If you are in post-menopause, this live is for you because I'm going to tell you one food. If you're forgetting that food, you will always struggle, especially because you are in another cycle of life because you are in post-menopause. Never compare your body right now to 20 years ago. Your body is different. You are in post-menopause. It's a beautiful stage of life if you do the right thing, especially eating that specific food that I'm going to tell you. Many women, I see this all the time. Many women, I'm live on YouTube as well. So just for you guys to know, anybody who is on Instagram, I'm live on YouTube. Many women who come to me, they come to me and say, Thiago, I'm eating the same food from 20 years ago. It was working like crazy, amazing. My belly was flat. I never had problem, no bloating, nothing. But now I'm 50 and I'm having 1,000 problems. Of course, you're going to have a lot of problems because you're repeating the same food compared to 20 years ago. Your body is different. I'm going to tell you that food that many, many times you forgot to eat when you were younger, but now, as you are in postmenopause, it's a must. Must, 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 must. For many of you. Let me see who is here. Guys, get ready. Pen and paper. You will need to know exactly how this food will help you once you hit postmenopause, when you are in postmenopause. Margaret, how's it going? Who is here, guys? Tell me where you are from. Bix is here. Teresa, Jennifer, Gani, Ludmila, Carol. What's up? Guys, tell me here. Who is in postmenopause already? I'm curious. The first thing that I want to know, who is in postmenopause? Tell me here, me, and tell me if you are in perimenopause, I want to know as well. Let me just see how many of you already hit that stage. Someone said, yeah, people saying that, Vancouver, Iowa, Canada, Montreal, many people from Canada. That's cool. Claudia said, me, postmenopause, right? Margaret, postmenopause. Okay, tell me here, who is in postmenopause? Katie said perimenopause. So, Katie, you need to get ready. You need to prepare your body in advance because that stage is coming soon for you. Someone said perimenopause, postmenopause. So we have like a mix. All of you guys, pay attention to that. Serenity said postmenopause. Pay attention to that. Any of you guys who are in perimenopause, be aware and be sure to be here until the end. Because until the end, especially the end, I'm going to tell you exactly some strategies. But all of you guys who are in postmenopause now, it's a must. You understand this. Because remember, nobody can understand about your body than yourself. It doesn't make sense. A professional like me understanding more about your body, it's unacceptable. You need to understand more about your body compared to anybody else. Write this down. First thing that I see is women who are in postmenopause. Check this out. You hit around many women are around 45 years old. Some women earlier. Some women 50 years old. But you start the menstrual cycle, irregular menstrual cycle. And then you have your last menstrual cycle. And then after 1 year, you are considered, now you hit menopause. And then after that, you are in postmenopause. Tiago, what does it mean? It means that estrogen is already dropped like crazy. Progesterone dropped like crazy. Testosterone dropped like crazy, and all the hormones. Your ovaries are not an incredible machine producing a lot of progesterone and estrogen anymore, and testosterone anymore. That production reduced. Now, you depend on all the organs for you to have at least a minimal amount of some hormones. Tiago, like what? You need your adrenal glands. The glands that you have above your kidney are the glands that will still produce progesterone and estrogen. Progesterone and estrogen. You are in postmenopause already. But your adrenal glands will never do the same job of your ovaries. Forget it. Let's suppose the production, your ovaries are producing your female hormones here in this level. Now, they're not producing like before. more than 90% drop, and your adrenal glands are now producing something, but in this level. Before it was here, now it's here. Tiago, you told me that my fat tissues, the fat that I have, also produce estrogen. Is that correct? Yes. Your fat also produces estrogen. That's why, pay attention now. Pay attention to that. All of you guys who need to optimize your hormones because you're in postmenopause, your priority number one is eating foods that will optimize, that will feed what? Guess what? Who guess? What is that? What you need to feed? What you need to feed here? The food that you need to eat when you're in postmenopause is not to feed you, it's to feed that thing here. What is that? Who guess? What is that? Put in the comments below. What's the thing inside of your body that you need to feed that is crucial when you are in postmenopause? Tell me here. Let me see who knows that. Steffi said, mitochondria. Exactly. Guys, write this down. The foods, and I'm going to tell you the main one, that's a must. That if you are not eating every single week, constantly, and by the way, some type of diets can drop like crazy. For example, someone who is vegan, that specific food can reduce drastically when you are vegan or vegetarian. So now I'm gonna tell the solution, but stay with me. Pay attention to how your body is working right now because you are in this beautiful stage of life. Don't criticize yourself because you are in postmenopause. The worst thing that you can do to heal your body is by criticizing that new body. Just because the shape changed, you just need to do the right thing. Postmenopause, priority number one is feed your mitochondria. Now your mitochondria are not the same in postmenopause. You need to feed with specific nutrients. And the food that I'm going to tell you today for you to write down and pay attention to what's going to happen, the food that your mitochondria needs, because your mitochondria, Thiago, why is that? Why do I need to strengthen my mitochondria more than ever in postmenopause? Why? Because when you have mitochondrial dysfunction, most of you start having mitochondrial dysfunction in postmenopause, and then you don't know about it. The first thing that starts happening is what? Your ovaries produce even less female hormones because remember, to produce hormones, you need mitochondria. To speed up your metabolism, Tiago, I need to lose weight in my postmenopause. You need to speed up your metabolism. And guess what's the thing that's crucial to speed up your metabolism? Your mitochondria. That's why you need to feed your mitochondria. Tiago, I'm really feeling inflamed. My inflammation is increasing. Postmenopause. You're in postmenopause. Mitochondria should be your priority number one. The food, write this down. The food that your mitochondria needs, guaranteed that you need to consume, is creatine. Write this down. Tiago told me that the nutrient that my mitochondria needs, especially when I am in postmenopause, it's creatine. Tiago, creatine, tell me more about this. Guys, remember this forever. Creatine you find in animal food. Write this down. And then imagine if you are in postmenopause and then you are vegan. You need to go to plan B. Or imagine that you're not having enough animal food. Tiago, what are the top foods that has more creatine? Meat, fish. What's the amount of fish per week? The amount that you're consuming. But that's the tricky part. Pay attention to that. Look how crazy. That's why in my program, I don't recommend, we never say to any of our clients in phase one, anybody who restart our program, we never say to them to start taking creatine straight away. No. Why? Because many people are not ready to take creatine. Guys, imagine this. Imagine that. Imagine something, a crucial nutrient that you need, but your body is not prepared yet to have this yet. Can you believe that? It's like someone who say to me, I really want I'm going to start working as a lawyer. Oh, I really love laws. I love law. I want to become a lawyer. You can never start working as a lawyer before going to the university. How do you want to start working, earning money, getting clients if you didn't go to the university first? It doesn't matter if you need. It doesn't matter if you need to work with clients and that's your biggest desire, but you need to go to the new university. Same thing with creatine. Many of you need first to take care of your gut microbiome because many of you can have indigestion, can have when you take creatine. Many of you feel super big when you take creatine at the wrong timing. Fluid retention like crazy. Why? Your body is not prepared to have that amount of creatine at that specific stage. That's why in my program, at the beginning, we never tell everybody, guys, creatine is a must for our body. So everybody start taking creatine supplement. No, 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 no. It's not the right timing. That's the biggest mistake that I see. Biggest mistake. Guys, because remember, pay attention to that. I'm going to tell you step by step the solution about creatine if you're struggling, even not having food high in creatine. Food, like even like a simple chicken, you have creatine. But what's the amount of creatine in this specific chicken that your gut, that your stomach is digesting, absorbing? If your bacteria are not digesting that creatine in that chicken, forget it. Forget it. You're not having enough. Tiago, why is that? Pay attention to that. What happens when you have deficiency of creatine in postmenopause? And most of us, we are getting older. Our levels of creatine goes downhill. What happens when you have deficiency of creatine? What we call mitochondrial dysfunction. Your mitochondria are not working properly more. Tiago, what is that? The first thing that starts happening inside of you, your energy buffering drops. Guys, imagine inside of your mitochondria, you need to have reserve of energy, some resources of energy, because remember, when your body is burning fat, the fat that you want to burn, when your body is burning fat, your mitochondria needs a lot of energy to burn that fat. Tiago, I really want to burn fat. Yeah, but if your mitochondria doesn't have all the resources to use to burn it, like, guys, it's a burning. It's a process of burning. It requires a lot of energy from your mitochondria to burn your fat, the fat that you have in your belly. Guess who is responsible to burn that fat? Your mitochondria. It's your mitochondria. Tiago, I really want to lose my belly fat. Check this out. Another thing that happens. Mitochondrial overload. Tiago, what does it mean? I'm lost. Imagine your boss call you right now, say, hey, Ingrid, starting from tomorrow, Ingrid, instead of working 8 hours, you're going to work 12 hours. And I'm going to give you the same amount of money. Your salary will stay the same, but you, instead of 8 hours, you're going to work 12 hours. Guess what's going to happen with you after 1 month? Overload. Guess what's going to happen with your performance? Everything that you need to finish, you're going to finish in a half. All your job will be messed up. You're going to be super stressed out. You will never finish the job. And you're going to be extremely stressed out. Same thing happens with your mitochondria. Every single time that your mitochondria is overworking, is overload, working more than the mitochondria needs because of lack of nutrients and because the mitochondria is weak. Why? Because you're not having enough creatine, giving to your mitochondria enough creatine from food. I'm talking about food first. You're not giving enough, what's going to happen? Overload. The mitochondria will become stressed out. That's why many of you will start working out, exercise, increase mitochondrial production. You can create more mitochondria, but all these new mitochondria, they are weak. They're poor. They're not having the capacity to burn your fat. They're not having the capacity to what? To burn even your glucose, your sugar levels, to help your hormones, your insulin hormone. You need mitochondria. Guys, mitochondria is crucial. If you don't feed them, if you're in postmenopause, forget it. Terrible life you're gonna have. Because you need to respect your different stage of life that you are right now. You are in a beautiful cycle of postmenopause. Respect that cycle. Respect that. You need to have now more self-respect. It's like a way of self-respect when you study deep what your body needs right now. Don't compare when you were 20. Completely different body you had. Completely different gut, completely different hormones. Everything was different. Now it's different. You need to focus on this. Thiago, what is another thing? Remember, pay attention to that. One of the lives last week, I talked about one thing that you need to reduce as much as possible. What is that? Free radicals, oxidation, oxidative stress that we call. Guess what happens when you are not feeding with the right food for your mitochondria? Your mitochondria, every single time that your mitochondria burn your fat, pay attention to this. Every time the fat in your belly that you want to burn, and then who is burning that? Your mitochondria, if they are healthy, of course. While your mitochondria is burning your fat, your mitochondria creates a lot of, it requires a lot of energy, guys, a lot of energy. Your mitochondria produce free radicals, oxidative stress, in a healthy way because it's acute. It's for a short time. It's like imagine that when you are exercising, you are really sweat and then you are smelling. Some people smell a lot, right? How many of you, one day, last week, I went to the gym. My God, I couldn't stay around one guy in the bathroom, in the gym. The guy was smelling like crazy. Terrible. I could not, I was losing concentration. The same thing happens with your mitochondria. Because of the hard work, the exercise that the mitochondria is doing to burn your fat, the mitochondria release there are a lot of oxidation. That's what we call free radicals. But imagine your mitochondria is asking, hey, Jennifer, give me specific foods like creatine for me to control this oxidation here because I'm burning your fat. I need creatine for me to keep burning that fat, but without increasing a lot of oxidation. Otherwise, I'm going to keep sweating, keep smelling, and the whole gym, everybody will leave the gym because the guy is smelling like crazy. Guys, you need to be aware that your mitochondria never working correctly, the increase of oxidation will be higher. Guess what's going to happen? I taught this in another live last week. The inflammation increases. The inflammation increases just because the guy in the gym, nobody told him that he was smelling like crazy. The whole gym left, even the employees, all the team. The guy was lost and the guy was not taking shower. And the guy now is smelling the whole day. And the environment already create a mess in the environment. Same thing happens when your mitochondria is sweating, creating that analogy, sweating like crazy, releasing a lot of smell, that's the oxidation, right? And then what's going to happen? Inflammation will increase inside your body. Guess what's going to happen? You're in postmenopause. Remember, testosterone, you're never producing enough anymore, like before. Estrogen, you're not producing like before. Progesterone, you're not producing like before. More problems. Why? Because there is one organ that you need to work properly. What is that? Which organ, Thiago? Adrenal glands. Adrenal glands help to produce your progesterone and estrogen when you're in postmenopause. Did you guys understand that? How crucial, how deep is that? Guys, your mitochondria also get stressed out. If you think that only you get stressed out, no, big illusion. Your mitochondria also get stressed out. Or if the mitochondria is overworking, more problems you're going to have. Don't think that's just you. The stress happens in each cell inside of your body. You need to calm them down and do like this, like an animal, mitochondria. Guys, you have little puppies. Write this down. I have little puppies in my cells. I need to feed my little puppies every day. If my little puppies are not well fed, the puppies will start eating the sofa, the chair, they're going to create a mess in my room if I don't take care of my puppies correctly. That's exactly what you need to be aware of. You are in postmenopause. Remember, you are in postmenopause. Nothing is the same. Nothing is the same. Remember this. Super important. When your mitochondria is healthy, you are less likely for your adrenal glands to utilize, pay attention, to utilize cholesterol that you have inside of your body. Instead of using cholesterol, the resource to produce your hormones, your estrogen and your progesterone, that's what you want. Your adrenal glands can also, depending on your levels of stress, instead of using cholesterol to produce female hormones, your adrenal glands, your cholesterol, can produce cortisol, stress hormone. That's why many of you, because you are not taking care correctly, you're not focusing on yourself enough in your postmenopause, that's why you are more stressed out than 5 years ago. Why is that? Why is that, Thiago? Because there is a huge competition in your adrenal glands. Your adrenal glands saying like this, oh, hold on. Do I produce more cortisol or do I produce more estrogen and progesterone? Your organs are confused. Why? Because you are giving the wrong command. Whatever is happening here, you're overthinking, you're giving the wrong command to your adrenal glands, to your cholesterol, for your adrenal gland, because cholesterol is the resource, the tool for your body to produce either cholesterol or progesterone, estrogen, testosterone. That's what you want. You don't want more cortisol. You don't want more stress. Big illusion if you're not studying about yourself. That's why in my program, priority number one, prioritize, everybody should focus on their gut. Creatine is never well digested and absorbed if you take it, but if your stomach is poor, is bad, is weak, if your small intestine is super inflamed, you never absorb that correctly. So remember this forever. Many of you say, Thiago, I have fluid retention when I consume creatine. I take supplement, Thiago, I have fluid retention. Why is that? And what's going on and what's the solution? Pay attention to that. When you take creatine go get in your cell, into your cells, and then your muscles, the cells in your muscles are more likely to pull water. And that's amazing because the water will not be outside your cell. It will be inside the cell. Your cell will be nourished. So that's why many people who start working out and then they take creatine, they see their muscles bigger. And then you can tell me, Tiago, but what's the solution? Because I feel really like fluid retention goes crazy when I take creatine. Why is that? Because you're not giving that balance. What are all the foods that you are eating that actually reduce fluid retention? Like I said, I put a list. For example, I have a specific training that I did inside my program talking about specific teas that's going to be crucial to reduce fluid retention. Specific ones. I put like a list and depend on each time of the day for you to prioritize because these reduce fluid retention. Guys, creatine is a must. You don't speed up your metabolism if you have mitochondrial dysfunction. You don't burn more fat. You actually accumulate more fat in your postmenopause when you have mitochondrial dysfunction. You increase your inflammation because you're going to have more oxidative stress, more free radicals around, everything oxidizing. Like guys, it's the same thing when that happens when you cut an apple. After 3 hours, you see everything black. You cut the banana, boom. After 2-3 hours, everything's black. Oxidation. This is exactly what happens with you in high amount, when your mitochondria are dysfunctioning. All right? Dysfunctional. That's why it's a must. If you ask me, Thiago, what's I'm a vegan. I'm vegetarian. What's my solution? Guys, if you are vegan, solution for you is the only way is supplement. The only way is supplementation. You don't get creatine in vegetables. That's why many of you, someone is vegan. Vegetables are amazing. Guys, you need to know exactly what's actually best for you, for your unique body. You need to connect the dots. Some people can have a big problem having red meat. Some people can increase gut issues when they eat red meat because the amount is not right, the quality is not ideal. Some people genetically, in their genes, they have a gene that always reacts when the person eats over consume red meat. Genetically. Tiago, so can I have a specific gene that I can actually struggle to have more red meats and then I have more inflammation because of that? Yes, of course. Of course. Me, Tiago, I did a genetic testing 5 years ago. The good news of genetic testing and analysis is because you just do once in your lifetime because your DNA doesn't change. New papers are always updating the results of your DNA. But I did, and then I checked. Genetically, my body have a better response when I consume foods high in acetylcholine, in choline, as well like egg yolk. Foods that are high in choline, my body prefers. Why? Because genetically, I have a deficiency. Did you guys get that? So that's why you need to be aware of. By the way, for example, genetically, I can react more to egg white genetically. So if I'm not taking care of my gut, what's going to happen with me? The first food that will create problems to me will be what? Egg white. Why? Because I eat eggs almost every day. Me, Tiago, because I love eggs. But why the genes that also create that trigger of inflammation, if I eat egg white, they're not working inside my body, they're turned off. Why I never had any problem with eggs. Why? Because I treat my gut, because I treat my hormones naturally, because I treat my mitochondria. My mitochondria I treat every single day like a puppy. Puppy, here, food. Puppy, food. Tiago, why is that? Why do you take care of your mitochondria so much? Because mitochondria is directly related to longevity. So if you're in postmenopause, all of you guys, all women here, over 40, 45, 50, 55, the more mitochondria, the more you live. It's not indirectly connected to longevity. No. Ah, Tiago, I'm feeling older. My skin is terrible. Mitochondria is crucial. The worse your mitochondria, the worse you will be. You're gonna look older. The worse will be your skin. The worse will be everything. All right. Who is understanding this? Say I. I want to know who is lost and who is understanding this. We have people on YouTube here and people on Instagram. So if you're not able to watch here on Instagram, you can go to my YouTube. Who is understanding everything that I'm saying? Say I. I want to know if you are understanding. Because if you are lost, I'm going to create more analogies to be easy because you really need to understand what's going on inside of your body because you're in postmenopause. Postmenopause is different. Postmenopause is different. Don't compare your body now with your daughter's body. Your daughter now is 30, 20. Someone said, yeah, I'm kind of a bit lost because I don't know if I'm in perimenopause. So remember, Steffi, the first signs will be the symptoms. Irregular period. Your priority number one is check if you are having irregular period. Always keep checking. This month, my menstruation came at that week. Another month, it took longer. Another month, it was completely different. I had more blood flowing. I lost more blood. I was bleeding more this month. The next month is completely irregular. And then now you start having some symptoms of hot flashes. Your insomnia is higher. Something is different. And then you're still having menstruation. It's irregular, but you're still having. So huge sign of perimenopause. Huge sign. Guys, write this down. Many women, because of this word is amazing. But if you don't take care of yourself correctly, this word becomes crazy. So because of this word nowadays, radiation everywhere because of Wi-Fi, disrupting hormones, microplastics that you and I eat when we go out. We don't know how the guy, the chef is cooking the food. So we are consuming a lot of microplastics per year. There are many papers showing that. I also saw like another paper published in 2022 showing what's going on with our mitochondria. We are having mitochondrial dysfunction currently more than ever. The role of, and also showing the role of creatine to mitochondrial dysfunction. That's why we need to recover that, because nobody in the past had to eat creatine supplement. Your grandparents never even needed to eat that, right? There are many things happening worldwide. So that's why all of you guys should pay attention to how your body is increasing that inflammation. Microplastics that you're eating, radiation that you're having, toxic relationship. You are still with a partner that destroying your life for 30 years, and then you accept your partner. So now the emotional part is devastated. You need to write down, okay, let me write down and analyze my life. Boom, boom, boom. Are my symptoms worse now that I'm in postmenopause and everything is becoming even worse in all the areas in my life, in my relationship, in my work, in my sleep, in my emotional area, in my spiritual area? I'm far from God. I'm not praying anymore. I'm not even thinking about it because my life is crazy. Start checking each category of your life, each area of your life. Because remember, I'm gonna remind you, don't postpone anymore because you're in postmenopause. You already lived 40 years. The clock is ticking. If you really want to see your children getting married, grandchildren, and seeing them growing and getting married, and then you traveling, feeling healthy and having the capacity to travel every single year you're traveling, every single time you're feeling good. If you really want to do this, you need to treat your body differently now because you're in postmenopause. That's why start taking care of these mitochondria because they are your best friend. And creatine is the food that's a priority for you. All right? Margaret said, you always make it very understandable. Amazing. No, yeah, that's what I want. Everybody said, I. Cool. That's what I want to make sure. Guys, remember, the most researched supplement worldwide in the history of supplements are whey protein and creatine. So just for you to have an idea. But remember, I'm going to repeat. Most of you are not ready to start including creatine yet because your gut is not prepared for that. Your stomach is not prepared for that. Your mitochondria is prepared for that. Your mitochondria is saying, please give me more creatine. But your stomach acid, the liquid that your stomach produces to digest from food, is saying, no, not now, not ready yet. Maria, take care of your stomach first, small intestine first, all your digestive system first, and then after that, you're going to start thinking of prioritizing creatine. I teach this in my program. Because it's crucial. Holistic approach is a must for all of us, for me, for you. You have no idea. You are still thinking just about a diet, a simple diet. Because let's go to the best diets available. Top one is Mediterranean diet. Mediterranean diet is top one. Nothing's for the world's population, Mediterranean diet. But guys, one single food that you are eating in a Mediterranean diet, your stomach cannot be ready. And then you have a poor digestion, and then this is constantly having, or you are eating the same exactly food every single day, and then you are creating dysbiosis, even eating a Mediterranean diet. Something that was supposed to solve all your problems, but that's why your body doesn't work like that. If right now I don't react to broccoli, my wife can react to broccoli. Right now, I can eat chickpeas and react to chickpeas. And if my wife eats chickpeas, my wife doesn't have any issue with chickpeas. But both are healthy. It doesn't matter if it's healthy. What matters is What's happening with that healthy food inside of your body? What's happening? What's happening? How are you cooking that? How you are eating that? How's your stomach acid? How are they all the bacteria? Do you have more gram positive bacteria in your gut, or do you have more gram negative bacteria in your gut? What's the amount of strains of bacteria that you're consuming every day? What's the amount to feed different populations of bacteria? Tiago, why? Because you're in postmenopause. Remember, postmenopause becomes more important taking care of your gut. Postmenopause is crucial to take care twice more. Twice more. Because 20 years old, your body was so smart, so strong, so intelligent. Mitochondrial production like crazy. You ate anything, nothing happened. And then you were thinking that we were healthy. Not really. It's just because your body was having the capacity to handle everything. Did you guys understand this? Guys, check it out. Let me see any last question. Last question. Exactly. Who Ruth said, I eat Mediterranean food, but some foods I don't feel I digest. Exactly that, Ruth. That's exactly what happens. You need to look at foods different. Guys, oh, look at that. Look at that. Pay attention now. Stop everything. Look how incredible is your body. You love your body when you understand your body. Something crucial. Let's suppose specific food. Banana. Banana. When you eat banana in your breakfast, your body, your bacteria respond in a different way. Your glucose spike in a different way compared to evenings. If you eat the same banana in the morning, the reaction inside your body will be different compared to eating the same banana in the evening. One poor sleep, one single poor sleep, the next day, by eating the same exactly banana, the reaction inside your body will be different just because of one poor sleep. Another week, one single argument that you were emotionally hit, you had a big argument with someone in your life. Now you are mentally overthinking like crazy about that problem. At that day that you are emotionally down and you eat the same exactly banana, your body will completely react. You will react completely differently compared to before. Your bacteria will react differently. Your glucose spikes will be different. Your insulin release in your pancreas will be different. Tell why is that? Because a topic that I'm gonna tell you this week will be circadian rhythm. Each body, each part in your body, each organ has a clock. Tick tock, tick tock. Depending on what you're doing and depending on the time of the clock, your body reacts differently. I'm going to talk about this in another live. Circadian rhythm, it's a must you understand for you to modulate your clocks, synchronize your clocks, especially when you're in postmenopause. Postmenopause is a must you understand about circadian rhythm. In my program, I have a specific video training teaching exactly what happens in your body in the morning when you wake up, in the middle of the morning, lunchtime, in the afternoon, close to evening, and sleep time. All the release of hormones, all the release of neurotransmitters, and what you should do and what you should avoid. I have a specific video training inside my program teaching this. But I'm going to tell you a little bit more in the next live. Cool? All right, guys, check this out. Check this out. I showed you two papers. I mentioned about two papers. The last paper that I mentioned was the crucial function, the role of creatine in mitochondrial dysfunction, and this is a must for those of you who are in postmenopause. But besides papers, I always like, because I always think I have a holistic approach. I also like connecting all the dots from everywhere. Boom. And then it creates a bomb. Explosion of wisdom in your brain when you connect all the dots, the puzzle. Boom. Another thing that I want to bring here and to show you that I showed you the papers. I showed you exactly what's happening inside of your body. But check this out. For me to finish the live by saying this for you. Check this out. Check this out. There is a. Let me see if I find this. I'm gonna find this. Here, yeah. Even in the Bible, look what says in the Bible. Proverbs 16:31. Gray hair is a crown of splendor. It's attained in the way of righteousness. The wisdom and honor associated with aging. It's a honor. It's a privilege to hit that cycle of postmenopause. If you're not considering a honor, a privilege, if you're feeling actually, you're feeling down because you hit that stage, you're having a completely wrong perspective because that's not the right perspective. You're creating the wrong reality in your life if you're thinking that postmenopause is terrible, is bad. No, it's another cycle. It's just another cycle. It's just another weather. I hear everybody say, autumn, it's terrible. I love summer. The only season that I love is summer. Also perspective. There are so many things, amazing things that you can do when it's raining a lot, when it's colder, when it's winter. Many things that you can do. It's just a matter of what? Mindset. If you have a great mindset, great perspective of life, or terrible mindset. That's why many people, for example, commit suicide in winter. They're not having enough vitamin D. They're not aware about their bodies. They're not having enough sunlight. Levels of vitamin D drops like crazy. Relationship with other people drops as well. People, instead of talking to more people, they're scrolling on the phone, committing suicide because they think a winter, gray, everything is dark. Change that perspective. I love winter. I love summer. I love spring. I create my day. I'm the creator of my life. You need to say the same. Write this down. I'm in postmenopause and now I'm creating my new life. It's a new life. It's a new life. I'm in postmenopause and I'm the creator of a new life. I'm going to create a new life now. All right? Crucial. You understand this. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about another subject, same time. This week, I'm willing to do every day, live every day, every day. Okay? So I hope you are going to be with me together here, me and you. We are creating that community together to strengthen all of us. I love when I see you here. The more you are here, the more I see the same person here, the more I notice that this person who is constantly here with me, she is going to another level in 1 year from now. If this person is coming to me, checking, watching everything that I'm saying, studying, taking notes, and applying some parts, this person will be another version in 6 months from now, in 1 year from now. There is no doubt. There is no doubt about it. So the more I see you here, tomorrow I'm going to do another live, another topic for you. The more you're going to rewire your brain. And that's what you want to change that, especially when you're in postmenopause. Cool? Guys, have a great day. Someone said, I needed to hear that. Amazing. Amazing. Yes, your body's asking for that. Someone said, yeah, I use HRT, hormonal therapy. Guys, hormonal therapy, depends on your stage, it's a must as well. Your ovaries will never create a miracle. Any food will not create a miracle of making your ovaries in the same incredible level of producing estrogen and progesterone when you are 20. So after you take care of your mitochondria, after you take care of your gut microbiome, you are balancing your hormones naturally. First, you're reducing all your inflammation levels here. After this, your body will be prepared to do hormonal therapy because women will need that. If it's correctly. If you take pill, terrible. Synthetic therapy, the worst. You're going to actually increase your problems 10 times. Birth control pill, for example, or any pill, estrogen pill, progesterone pill, the worst. It should be bioavailable, bioidentical. But we can talk about this later. Cool? All right. Margaret said, phenomenal live. Thank you so much, Thiago. I love that. I love that. Someone said, Steffi said, thank you for all this information. Sue said, thanks, Thiago. Your program is the best. Amazing, amazing. I love when you guys are aware. and always focus on yourselves. And Sue, awesome. Awesome that you are loving the program. Guys, if you really want to know about the program, go to my DMs and then we can discuss about that. Any specific issue that you're having, if you're in postmenopause, we are going to discuss how to solve your problem. Cool? Having a holistic approach. Remember, I'm going to remind you guys, it's not a bot. Don't think that in your DMs, it's a bot. Okay? Don't think that's a bot. Go there and talk to me. It's not a bot. It's not like a machine. Cool? All right. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Tomorrow, same time, tomorrow. Talk soon. Let's go. Guys, see you tomorrow, okay? Same time.